is for the reason that India is a nation, India is a country which is also called as a young country. Young country for the reason that much of its population comprises of the youth. And therefore youth have a role to play in the nation building, in the progression of the country. Working of the youth, the proper mindset of the youth, and the strategies of the youth. And all this basically depends upon that what are the opportunities of youth leading the country, the casting of votes, the right to franchise, which our country has given to every youth from a particular age. It was a very welcome move that the nation felt, the policy makers felt that the age should be lowered down so that there is maximum participation of the youth to choose their government. To choosing the government means to choose the policy, to choose the governmental policies, to choose the economic policies, to choose the policies of the progression. And this is where the day is very important for you. It is you. Therefore, by exercising that right to franchise, you can lead us to proper goals in the future. The future of the country is in your hands. Therefore, exercising this right is very important, very significant for the reason that you lead us, you steer us.
From the very beginning, Constitution has given the option for right to exercise your vote. And the purpose, when we are talking about the purpose of the preamble, it is to clarify what is the source of the Constitution, what is the ultimate sanction behind it, and what is the nature and the polity of the government. And the words, the starting words which have been prescribed in this preamble, it starts with, "We the people of India solemnly resolve to constitute India into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic." So when this word, the sovereignty, starts before we started, it also ensures secure to all its citizens the justice, that is political, economic, and social justice, and liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, and equality of status and opportunity, and fraternity to assuring the dignity of individuals and the integrity of the unity and integrity of the nation. So when we are talking about this preamble, the sovereign word is used. And when we analyze and conclude it, to understand the real meaning of the sovereignty, the ultimate sovereignty lies in the people of India. And it is indirectly or directly shifted to the representatives of the people. Then, so they have the power to govern, and they have the power, the legislature has the power to legislate. And then, so it can be both from the perspective internal as the external sovereignty when we are talking about. And then it is the word, the socialist word. We have to see the content of this socialist word in the, in the preamble. Then it concludes the social democratic, the socialism that is the content of just distributive justice. And then we have to see the secular, where all the people of India have been given the right to profess, practice, and propagate the religion. And then democratic republic. Again, it is not the head of the state that is based on the hereditary. It is based on that elected head should be rule the nation. Elected head should rule the nation. And it is when the people of India elect their representatives through adult franchise and with one slogan, one person, one vote.
Right to cast a vote, right to exercise a franchise is not merely a right that belongs to us, but it is equally our responsibility to exercise this right. For the simple reason that every single vote constitutes a thread that weaves together the fabric of our democratic society. And to strengthen this democratic setup, we need to come out and cast our vote. Not only that, but we should encourage and we should motivate others to do so. You need to remember that when the citizens disengage themselves from the electoral processes, it means that they are automatically allowing others to dictate the course of their lives. As has been said by Allama Iqbal, and I find it very relevant here, Sultani Jamhoor ka aata hai zamana, jo naqsh-e khohan tumko nazar aaye, mita do. By the expression naqsh-e khohan, Allama Iqbal meant to, he referred to actually the past imprints of autocracy and dictatorship. He says that every imprint of the past that does not reflect the will of the people, every imprint of the past that does not meet the demands of the people, you see, find and annihilate it, destroy it. And the best way to do so is to exercise your right of franchise. Ladies and gentlemen, I must say that one of the core principles of democracy is the active participation, and a system that is built upon the basis of collective decision making. Ultimately, the will of the people should guide the actions of their representatives. That is what I want to convey to you. A voter's apathy, it creates a field of injustice and inequality to take roots and perpetuate the cycle of disenfranchisement. And to break from this cycle, we all need to recognize the power that is inherent in every single vote. I am reminded of the couplet of Faiz Ahmad Faiz, which again I find relevant here. हम अहले सफ़ा मरदूद हरम मसदन पे बिठाए जाएंगे, सब ताज उछाले जाएंगे, सब तख्त गिराए जाएंगे, उठेगा अनल हक का नारा जो मैं भी हूँ और तुम भी हो, और राज करेगी खल्क़ खुदा जो मैं भी हूँ और तुम भी हो. I am the truth will ring out, and God's creatures will rule, those like you and those like me. It is only through exercising this right of franchise that you will be able to rule yourself.
So far as the sweep program is concerned, this is a brainchild of Election Commission of India, and it's not a contemporary development. Rather, if we have to trace its origins, I would go 15 years back when in the year 2009, the Election Commission of India experimented with this sweep program. So it has a history of past 15 years when this program was basically operationalized by the Election Commission of India in the year 2009. Now, the rationale as to why this program or this project was organized or it was operationalized was because of the reason that the Election Commission of India was of the view, and perhaps it was on a tangible observations also, that there has been a downward spiral in the context of electoral participation. The statistics at that point of time would vouch for the fact that there was less enthusiastic electoral participation, whether it be for the general elections or for the elections to state legislative assemblies. Moreover, one of the other reasons as to why a systematic program was organized was because of the reason that one of the felt needs was that despite the fact that the Constitution, or for that matter the Representation of People's Act, by virtue of a statutory mandate, vests in every eligible voter the power to cast his vote. But the observations were this, that there was a gender gap also. So the participation of males was more than the female counterparts. So at two levels, there was a thought process that one, there is a low voter turnout. Second, even if those who turn out, what is being witnessed is that there is a gender gap. That the male counterparts come more enthusiastically, they vote. And so far as the female voters are concerned, female prospective voters are concerned, they do not come up with such enthusiastic numbers. Now, it could have a reason so far as the societal stratification is concerned, because there are still customs prevalent in some villages where women quite hesitate in taking part in issues which relate to public at large. So keeping in with this dwindling number of voters and this gender gap, the Election Commission of India thought of having a systematic voters education and electoral participation program.